I'm going live. 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 You know what I like? The fact that live is live. Like it's the same spelling. Live live. Live live. Live live. Damn, I forget to take this thing off of here. Delete that comment. The stars thing. Like you can send me stars if you want to. Um, so I'm live. It's Thursday. Thursday, almost 10 o'clock Eastern time. And here I am. I'm going live. So if you are new to the StreamYard, I have my box around me. I feel like I'm confined in the box of blue. I see a box of blue, red roses too. You got to go here. StreamYard.com/Facebook. I think it'll automatically show up from YouTube and from LinkedIn. But if you want to put some comments in there, let me know who's here. You put it in the comments. If you're on Facebook and you haven't done that yet, I'm only going to see Facebook user. I won't see who it is. So you got to go there. So let me know when you're on. And wow, it's really bright. I don't know why it's so bright. Maybe it's because this. I'm going to get rid of that. Maybe make it smaller. Nah, it's still going to be bright. I don't know why. Very bright, very bright, very bright, bright, bright. Stephanie, how are you? Welcome to Thrive Thursday. Tomorrow, well, Saturday is Broadway Our Way Love with the great Dale Badway, the great Philip Boykin, the great John McDaniel, and myself popping on the stage for a one night only, basically sold out concert. Hey, Peg, basically sold out concert for Broadway Our Way Love. And tomorrow's rehearsals. So I'm going to be live streaming from some of the rehearsals. Got a message from John McDaniel. It's like, hey, before rehearsal, sorry, I got to get on a, John, if you're watching this, I'm sharing. Well, maybe I shouldn't share that. I don't know if I can. I don't know what. Anyway, he's talking to some really awesome people, some friends of mine from New York, icons, because he's working on something. Yes, I'm live streaming. This is live. Hello, Peg. I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming on Facebook, on LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn, and on YouTube via StreamYard, which is a great app. Just a little plug for my buddy Ted McGrath. Starting Thursday, we are going live every Thursday. Ted's doing a live stream every Thursday via StreamYard. So make sure you pop into that. So, yeah, super excited about tomorrow for the rehearsal. It's the first time we get to rehearse with John with the show. Philip and Dale and I have done it before, but John's our new addition. Maybe we should call it that. New Edition. That's a good name for a band. Oh, we're live streaming the show. No, we can't live stream the show, and here's why. This is the bummer. Maybe this is why. Is it so bright? Is that bright? No, I can't do that. Here's why we can't live stream the show. So the venue in which we're playing, the Central Park Performing Arts Center, is owned and run by the city of Largo, Florida. And they've got firewalls because they're a government facility. So we can't live stream. I'm bummed. We are, however, filming it. Because the goal for us is to tour this puppy. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Man, that is bright. Whew. Am I like really super bright? Is it like super, super, super white bright? Like blown out? Maybe I can change the settings here. How do I change the settings? Let's see. I don't know if I can do that. General? I don't know. Oh, it's not bright? All right. Okay. I feel like I'm blown out. Like I'm like The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. That's another good show. Oh my gosh. How that show was incredible. Yeah, so we can't live stream. But the goal is to tour this puppy because it's a lot of fun. It's a super, super, super lot of fun. It's funny. It's poignant. It's great music. And anyway, we're going to have fun. And last time we did it here, we had like, we had tables. We had like round tables because this venue is pretty cool. I actually went and saw, Morgan James, those of you who are Broadway people. Morgan played here and we went and saw her. She's on my album. She's on the Bring Me Giants album. and she's incredible with her hubby. So you can transform this venue. They have stadium seats, which will push out. So there's like 300 some odd seats, 350 seats, something like that. Or you could just push the seats all the way back, and you can put tables and make it like a really cool like cabaret thing. So the first time we did it, we had like just about 200. And then we're like, you know what? Let's do it the other way. We wanted more seats. So we did the whole shebang. We did like 350, whatever it holds. So, and it sold. So, and here's the crazy thing. Like, we are not being produced by the venue. So we get, and Peg knows this as a producer. Peg, by the way, Peg Golden, for you guys are seeing her comments, was the reason that Jane Eyre happened on Broadway. So all of you airheads, you have her to thank. I have her to thank. And guess what? I got some Jane Eyre CDs right over there in my office that came from Peg. So, yeah. Love is like a virus when infected with. You're so naive. Wouldn't it be wonderful if life was just as you perceive? Still my favorite song. We're not inhuman, worthless, coarse and savage on the average. Great song from, wow, man, Pauly G's music. Crazy, amazing music. So what was I talking about? I totally got off track. Touring. Oh, I remember. Touring, Peg being a producer, producing. So this is a great space, but we are not being brought in by the theater. They're not promoting us at all. Nothing, like a poster on the side of the building. And so, as when you're creating events, it's very easy to go, oh, we'll just sell tickets. But if people don't know about your event, they're not going to go and buy tickets, right? You're basically, you don't exist to them. So you have to do something in order for people to get to know you. So a venue such as Central Park Performing Arts Center, they will contract with people, say, oh, we're going to bring you in. We're going to bring in a Beach Boy covers band. We're going to bring in a Kiss cover band. They do a lot of that at this place. It's a great venue. There are some local theaters that work out of there. And so they do a guarantee to the performers, to the band, or to the entity, and then they push it to sell tickets, right? Those do pretty well. We four-walled it. We went in and we paid them. We're like, okay, look, we'll give you X dollars. We're going to produce this thing, right? They're basically landlords. And they're like, okay, great. Good luck. So it was up to us, Dale and I primarily, nobody else. We had some great people that were helping us with sponsorships. Karen Johnston, who's our number one sponsor there, and who basically helped make the show happen. But nobody's selling tickets but Dale and I, which is why you see all those emails and all those blasts and all these things. We're creating that, right? The sponsorship programs, the angel sponsorships, because we want to get the show sold. That's just the bottom line. Because our lighting designer, our sound designer, John, Phil, all that cost money, and they need to be compensated. So the goal is to take the show, what we were going to do before, first time we did Broadway Our Way. We were told we couldn't film it, so we didn't film it, which was a bummer. But now we're filming it. We're allowed to film it. So we're going to do that. And we want to tour the show around the country, around the world. It's a lot of fun. Maybe we should take it to Edinburgh. By the way, Ted and I are probably going back to Edinburgh this summer with Good Enough for about 10 days. Good Enough in Edinburgh again. We haven't exactly made commitment, but I'm fast moving forward to that. So tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, approximately, we will begin rehearsal in a very intimate environment with John. And yes, we are going to film it. Will the film be able to rent? I don't know. The issue is musical rights, right? Let me get back to that in a second, Peg. So we're going to be in an environment, John, Philip, Dale, and myself, and we're going to be rehearsing. And so I'm going to be live streaming some of that rehearsal. I can't, live stream all of it, and then you're going to get the whole thing. But make sure you are following. I'll probably end up doing it on Facebook and Instagram because that's easier to do. I know I got two of them. It's crazy. On the phone. Excuse me while I take a drink of my Yeti. I was going to post this because 3 of people in my family have Yetis, and 1 person has a hydro flask. And I was going to go, one of these things is not like the other. Yetis. I didn't really know how big these things are. Like, I love this thing. It's one of my favorite. I got it as a Christmas present. Oh, hydration. How I love it. By the way, we have another visitor here, Bart. Yeah, so filming it. We are going to film it, but I don't know if we're probably not going to be able to put it out unless, there's a thing called sync rights, which some of you may or may not be aware of. But because this is copywritten music, like if I'm doing some Frank Wildhorn songs or a Lerner and Low tune, we have to pay royalties to the composers and the authors when things get shown out on television and film, or if there's all these different aspects of paying people for their work, right? Which is, of course, what should be done. They created the work; they should be compensated for it. But with filming and streaming it, it becomes sometimes cost prohibitive because you got to pay a lot more money to put it out in a filmed format. But we're going to be touring it. So, how are things where you guys are? Is it cold where you are? Where are you guys coming from? I know where Peg's coming from, and where Rihanna's coming from. Susan, how are things? By the way, you see that thing right there? Big Mike Hallinan gave me that. Mike, if you ever see this afterwards, sitting right there in my office. Have you got? I'll pull it up. It's pretty cool. Check that out. Beauty and the Phantom. Bum, ba-da-da. You came back from Paris. Wow. What do you mean TikTok stuff? Like you're just doing TikTok videos? Is that like you went to Paris and did like TikTok dances? Like what do you mean TikTok stuff? I want to know more about that. 56 mile per hour winds in Fort Wayne. Woo! I love that. That's fat. You can go, like you can put like one of those sail sleds down and fly. Rihanna, I'm good. Just finished a writing project and got 6 more due this month. Fantastic. Peg Golden, I wish, we should, Rihanna, have you done a Rochester doll? Rihanna makes these incredible dolls. Just unbelievable. Anyway, more like travel stuff and video game for TikTok. So like, what is it called? Twitch? Is that a Twitch thing? Like what games do you do? Are you monetizing? I'd love to know that stuff. It's very exciting to me, the whole world of monetization on the web. Incidentally, as a sidebar, I have a program with my buddy Craig Duswalt called the Rockstar Power Program. I will just oh, you did? Yes, I have it. It was my friend. That's cool. So I have a program called the Rockstar Power Program with my buddy Craig Duswalt. Craig has been in the speaking world for 20 some odd plus years, but he was also the personal assistant to Air Supply and the Guns N' Roses. So he was a rocker for many, 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 many years. And we paired up and we created this thing called the Rockstar Power Program. His is called the Rockstar Marketing, Rock Your World events, and mine is called Unleash Your Star Power. So we combine them. And basically what we've done is we are taking people, executives, business people who want to get their message out, because speaking on stages and communicating to people in high level, not even in high level, you could be a network marketer, you could be anything. You don't have to be like a CEO, but we tend to pull those people in. So we have a program, which is it was a 6-week program, which is virtual, where we teach you. I take you through story. I take you through how to create a story, just like someone would create a film or a play, and structure those things that are really impactful, finding the thing that is a really impactful story, so that when you go out there and you start telling your story, in a business environment or a speaking environment, because a lot of people want to speak, they want to get on stages, they want to, share what they have to offer. Uh, your story is more impactful than the other guy. We also teach them, because of my theatrical background, how to basically create a show, um, how to package and create a show, so that when you're going out to people, they're like, well, I want to go speak at this event, or I want to speak I want to do a TED talk, or I want to do something. Uh, so often people are like, oh, I can talk on marketing, I can talk on sales, and be like, yeah, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that. Well, I have a one person show. You what? Yeah, I wrote a one person show on this thing of my life, and it leads into this content and this content, and boom. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm interested. So we launched that program. It's called the Rockstar Power Program. It was massively successful. And so we decided to do phase 2 and phase 3. So we have a three-phase program, um, called Rockstar Power Program, where the first phase is what I just told you. It's identifying your story and going through and really paring it down in an arc, like the beginning, middle, and end of a story. Then the second phase is, okay, now that you have that basic structure, we sit down and take the time and actually edit and go through and curate your story so that it is really refined. And then we get you on stage, and we start to coach you on stage about movement and speaking and positioning. And then phase 3 is literally, okay, now you're going to do your presentation. We're going to show you how to get booked. We're going to show you how to get on stage. You're going to be on the stage at our event. And we're also going to talk to you about how, okay, now that you have this, how do you pitch your product? How do you set someone up to go, okay, meaning not set someone up, but how do you set yourself up to go, okay, great, I've done all this story. This is why I'm doing this, because I want to help you with X. Because the bottom line for every speaker and coach that is out there is they want to make a profit. We all want to make profits. So that's the program. So if you're interested in that, let me know. It's a pretty cool, awesome program. We're limiting it, especially on the higher end stuff, because we're doing 2 1-hour one-on-ones. So like if we had 30 people in the program, that would be 60 hours alone of just one-on-ones that we have to do. So we're limiting it to like 10 people for the phase 2 and phase 3. So pretty cool thing. So if you're interested in that, let me know. It's a Rockstar Power Program with myself and Craig Duswalt, which is a lot of fun. Never heard of Twitch, but I always play Pokemon. Do people watch you play Pokemon on TikTok? Is that what it is? Because I've seen like things where like you literally, I'll scroll through, because I don't use TikTok that much. I should. I just don't have the time. I need someone to do my social media. You'll scroll through and you'll see some person playing like a first person whatever game, or like going after somebody, or going through, or playing Roblox or something. And people actually sit and they watch. But I think Twitch is where you can do it and you actually get paid. Like you live stream yourself playing these video games. Fort Wayne. Yes, I understand, Rihanna. Not for long, though. You keep going and keep putting that in there. And, you're part of the inner group for I'll call it the Art of Survival Guide, or the Star Power thing. So you're in there. We'll build you up to that point. And I understand. Yeah, it is a, my thing is, for people who are in a position to do it, is what worth do you put on your success, right? Like, can you define your success? And if you can get results and increase your ROI, your return on your investment, or your return on, you're out there speaking, and, you have a program that's a $10,000 program or a $2,000 program, and you sell 20 of them in an audience, or 30 of them in an audience of 200 people. I mean, that's a return. And then that sets you up for the future. Oh, that's cool. You record your Nintendo Switch and post it on my feed. Does that get you a lot of followers? I bet you it would, because people love that stuff. Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Embassy Theater, or the Cloud Theater. How many seats is that, Susan? How many seats is that? I come out to Fort Wayne. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Yeah. How many followers do you have on TikTok? Can you let us know? Post your TikTok handle on the chat so we can see it. And then we'll go and look at your TikTok. As long as China doesn't take it down. China coming in. What's the whole thing with I don't understand. Like, TikTok was bad, then it was good, then it was bad, then it was good. Now nobody talks about it anymore. Whatever. I don't know. I just keep going and try to make people smile and entertain people and have fun with my kids and my wife and drink my water out of my Yeti. I even have a big Yeti. Like like my dad's family's from the South, from North Carolina and Virginia. And I kind of got like a little country because I got one of those Yeti like shoulder bags that you get put like, cold stuff in. And we got it because my kids play elite volleyball. Like we're traveling all over the place with this elite volleyball. I just bought these these Nike Kyrie One World. Oh my. Like I didn't know sneakers cost that much money. But they're like specific. You did a video with 23 views, popular stuff. Maybe I should do Pokemon. I don't know how to play Pokemon. I remember when it was like you would go around the streets and like, oh, there's a Poke person, and you'd get it. But anyway, we travel a lot for this volleyball thing. And, like I'm going to Chicago. I'm flying to Chicago for a volleyball tournament. Not me. I mean, I'm going, but I'm not playing. Utah, all of it's crazy. But for the local stuff, when we're driving, we take food with us, So I'm like, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to get me a Yeti. I'm going to get me a Yeti bag, and you can put some cool stuff in there and put some ice in it. And, you get your, what do we don't drink soda. So what's the waters called? They're like waters with flavor. What are they called? Man, I can't remember. They're like orange flavor and lime flavor and lemon flavor. Can't remember the name of the waters. They're like sparkling waters. Psh, like a bear, but it ain't no bear because we don't drink in our family. Yeah, that's it. I like stuff. Like I like outdoorsy things. If I could, what I'm addicted to? I don't know. Let me know if you guys see this. Put a 1 in the comments. Do you guys watch those like off the grid television shows? Like Alone in Alaska, where the guy is like living in a hut in minus 500 degrees, and he's out there and he's like chopping wood and he's trapping animals and eating them. And do you guys watch that? I'm addicted. I'm addicted to it. Like if like an EMP, like an electromagnetic pulse would hit the world, I'd be like, I'm good. 0.5. What 0.05? What does that mean? I don't know. What was that? By the way, Lori's coming to the concert. Also, Lori's in the Rockstar Power program. Tell people how you like it, Lori. I think you're doing the next part, right? Half of what though? I don't understand that. Did I miss something? Half of what? Half a brain? I got half a brain. Look, my beard's getting white. It's so crazy because when you do this, I don't have any gray hair. When you do that, means I watch some, but just a little. Oh, okay. Like if I could go off the grid, man, I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the whole idea of just like, look at all the crap that we got to deal with right now in the world. I mean, there's all kinds of great stuff, right? But I like to remove all of the BS. I like to get rid of it. And hey, Andrea, I like to get rid of the stuff. So I'm going to share this with you guys as a little thing for me. And it's something that I've come to in, as wacky as I am and as much fun as I like to have, there's always this side of me that's trying to improve the world in some way. And the real way that we can do that is by improving ourselves and changing ourselves, and thus have an effect on those around us. And I realized something that, sometimes we're in environments that are chaotic or volatile, or the energy is just not right. And I know for myself that I don't like being in those environments. I never have. Peg has known me a long time. And, we've talked, we've been through the whole Jane Eyre thing and all this kind of stuff. And, There was craziness with Jane Eyre and good and bad. It's just that's the way it is. But I quickly learned a long, long time ago that I didn't have to partake in that. I had the ability to just be like, I'm gonna I'm gonna separate myself from that. So when I look at our crazy world, it's why I don't really watch the news. I know what's going on, but really one day to the next is just like a regurgitation of something else that happened the day before, right? These cycles of action. And I go, well, why invest myself in that chaos when what really I want to do is just grow as an individual and grow my family and succeed? Because I know that, and I'm going to say um, when we buy into that, when we buy into the chaos and the drama and the you read a news story and it's like death, destruction, ba 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 ba. It's constantly hitting us. If we buy into that, then we start to go down, right? Think of this. I spoke about this before. Like, here we are in our life, and we're going through life, and we get into an environment or a situation, right? Let's say it's a work situation, and we go in there, and we have to figure out problems. How do we solve a problem at work? So we go in and we start dealing with this problem, right? I'm dealing with this problem, right? And then we solve the problem, and then we go, okay, and then you step out of that situation. Life is a constant repetition of that. We're going in, we're facing something, good or bad. We're spinning around, going, oh, look at this energy that's happening, right? And then we step out. Sometimes that energy brings us down. Sometimes that energy brings us up. But we go back and we learn something so that we can then go forward, now having this knowledge, and apply that to the next thing in our life. And then we learn something there and we step out. And then we go forward and we apply that to the next thing in our life. So it is that growth. But unless we learn and apply, we're not getting anywhere. We're staying the same. And so when I look at the news or I see that stuff and I see the chaos that's going around, I think it just keeps us in the same spot. Some people think it's designed that way. Doesn't matter. It's there. I don't like to partake in it, and I won't. I choose not to. I choose to separate myself out when I can, and sometimes it's difficult because you can be in a volatile environment, like in it. I remember one time when I was doing Phantom. It's a crazy story. I think I talked about this on a Thrive Thursday. I stopped at a little deli on Ninth Avenue, 8th. It was 8th Avenue, probably like 48th Street or something like that. And 8th. It was on the west side of the street. And I went in and I don't know what I got, like a bottle of water and like a banana or something silly. And I'm standing there and there's a guy in front of me, right? And I had a bunch of stuff. And I think I had a Starbucks tea already. So it was hot, the tea was. So I put my stuff on the counter and this dude comes up next to me, starts yelling at us. Just starts out of nowhere, starts yelling at us. Like violently, tiny dude. And at first I was like, and I got, like I'm 6'4", right? But you never know, right? I had a martial arts teacher say to me once, he said, you never know. Usually the person who you're with knows more than you do. Always assume that they know more than you. And so I wasn't going to do anything. I was going to defend myself if the guy was crazy. Well, he was crazy. But I decided to take another tact. And he just was spinning, and he was trying to engage us. Me, the guy behind the counter, the other person that was standing next to me, I didn't know the other person, is just a customer. But he's trying to spin us, right? Purposefully to get some response. And my response was like, bro, I like your shirt. He's like, what? I like your shirt, bro. It's a cool shirt. And he's like, ugh. He didn't know what to do. And I just went, have a good day, bro. And I left. Now, I didn't have to say anything to him. I could have left. I could have just walked out. I was like, all right, let me give him something. I don't want to play in that game. And how often do we get caught in that game with our family relationships, with our friends, with our work? Andrea, how are you? Driving down the street behind somebody who's driving really slow. I was behind somebody today, driving really slow, not looking where they're going. It was like a 45 mile an hour, and they were doing like 20, right? Cars flying, and the guy's like, beep, 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 beep. All right. I was like, dude, drive your car. I was like, just go around it. So how often are we in those situations? So when I think about living off the grid, I was like, man, that's the ultimate disconnect, right? The ultimate disconnect. I love those shows. I love those shows. The one thing I don't like, I guess I could deal with it after a while, like, spending so much time in the cold. But I love it. I'll tell you, if the poop hits the fan, you don't want to be like up in Montana, or you want to be like somewhere where you can like survive. You can survive. Don't forget to work on your Christmas album. Red and green, gold and white. I will. I've got so much going on. I know. That's why I had that little star thing up. It was like, who wants to help fund the Christmas album? Because I like when people get involved. Let's see. Lori says, the Star Power program is incredible. I signed up immediately for the next phase. It truly has been so powerful and full of incredible information. If anyone is thinking about it, invest in yourself and just do it. Thank you, Lori. What an awesome testimonial. I'm grateful. Thank you. It really is. And it's going to be super cool. Hi, Leslie. Hope you are well in your family. It's 3:30 a.m. in here in England, but great to catch you live. Yes, thank you so much. I can't believe you're awake. Hope you're keeping healthy. Yeah, I'm healthy. I'm super healthy. I drink my water. I get my sleep. I eat my stuff. Clyde Theater holds 350. That's probably for what we're doing at the first time around. Good. I met with my buddy Bill Roland, who I had done 42nd Street at Candlewood Playhouse. He works at the Straws. He's the head of marketing over there. I believe he's head of marketing. I didn't know they had so many theaters. They're in Tampa. So I think we may try to do it at one of their. They have a space that's sort of like 54 Below, but with decks. Pretty cool. Yeah, so that's that. All right, but people, it's 10:32 p.m. Eastern time, and this dude, believe it or not, has got to go to bed because I've been getting up like at 5:30 in the morning. Why? Because I'm going out fishing with my Yeti stuff. No, I'm not. I get up and I write reports and I promote and take my kids to school and then dive in for the day. My day starts early and it goes late. And I need rest because we got this big concert coming up, which I'm super excited about. So tomorrow, wish you could be here too. But tomorrow, Friday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, tune in. Make sure you got your cell phones on your notifications turned on because I'm gonna be live streaming. Lori's going to be, we're going to have a special dinner tomorrow night. Lori's going to be there because Lori's shooting the show. She's coming in and we're going to have a little special dinner right on the Gulf of Mexico with the team. So we'll be streaming from there. It'll be cool. That'll be later on in the evening, but 2:30 all the way through to like 6:30, I'd say there'll be live streams going in and out about rehearsals and dinners and things like that. So I encourage you to come on. It's at James Barber now on all social media platforms. For those of you who are joining on YouTube, thank you so much. And for those of you joining on LinkedIn, thank you so much. For those of you joining on Facebook, thank you so much. Do me a favor if you haven't done so. I'm going to, let me see if I can put this in the chat. I don't know if I can. Let me see. Oh, that's the wrong one. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, it's free, and this way you get to know things real quick, like super quick. On I think it's jamesbarber.com/newsletter. Let me check. jamesbarber.com. Oh, I did that really. Oh no, that's Chat GPT. You people working with Chat GPT? Holy mazzoli. It's cray cray. Yeah, it's jamesbarber.com/newsletter. Rihanna, don't worry about it. We're going to make it happen. Go there, do that, and sign up for that newsletter so you guys do not miss anything in the future. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pike, guys. And it's not just performance, it's production, it's our film. We're doing a thing called Actors Got Dreams with Ted, which is going to be awesome. You're actually going to be able to submit an audition, whether you're a speaker, a business person, an actor, to be in this competition, a 2 to 3 minute video of you acting. And then winners are going to be chosen, and it's incredible. Just the prizes are incredible. Let's just put it this way. You'll have a chance to have a show, you'll have a chance to be in a movie, and you get a pretty huge amount of money in a marketing package. That's pretty cool. I've got my shows. I've got the Ghost and Majestic coming. We got Broadway Our Way rolling. I have got another project which you can't talk about. By the way, Saturday, had I not had this concert, I was invited to go to the Super Bowl party, Lee Steinberg's Super Bowl party. Lee Steinberg is the sports agent upon whom Jerry Maguire was based, and he's also Patrick Mahomes' agent and Tua Tagovailoa's agent. So the party in Arizona, the beneficiary is my buddy Nick Lowry's Champions for the Homeless charity, and Nick's going to be there. And I was like, could you imagine? That would have been so cool. Plus, they're playing the Eagles. My Eagles, and I'm also a Chiefs fan, so it's like, how do I do that? My Philadelphia Eagles. No, I said The Ghosts of the Majestic, Andrea. It's the show that I'm writing. So, like, Lee's like, come to my Super Bowl party and sing. And I'm like, I got a show. I was like so tempted to call Dale, maybe like, can we change the date? But we couldn't. So I would have been there. I would have been there watching the Eagles. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a good game. Crazy thing is, I'm flying on Sunday, so I'm not even going to see. Maybe I'll see it on the plane. So much going on. So go there. Go to jamesbarber.com/newsletter and sign up if you haven't done so. It's totally free, guys. It's just a way for me to stay in contact with you and for us to send you stuff, cool stuff, notifications, and other cool stuff. So, all right, people. All right. Have a wonderful one. Have a wonderful beginning of your weekend. Check out these live streams tomorrow. And I'll probably even live stream backstage from the concert on Saturday. Check them out. All right. Have a great one, guys. Thrive Thursday. Remember, your destiny is waiting. Take care.